in this video, let's discuss about the 3D transform. So in previous video, we have discussed about the 2D transform, and in that video, we have discussed about the transform property. And inside the transform property, we have discussed about the translate, rotate, and the scale function. Likewise, in 3D, we have the translate 3D function, and then the rotate 3D function, and another one is the scale 3D function. So in translate 3D function, we can translate only in the x direction, or you can say the translate x, translate y, and then translate z function. And also in rotate 3D, we can just define the rotate x, rotate y, and then the rotate z. And also in scale, we can define the scale x, scale y, and then the scale z. We'll discuss the example of each function in detail. First of all, let's create the new file here. And I'm going to create the new file name as, okay, first of all, I want to write here 36. This is our video count number. And then the 3D css.html. After creating this file, and I want to use here the boilerplates. And I want to change this document into the 3D transform form. And after changing this document name, I want to write here the style HTML element to make the internal CSS. And inside the body section, I want to create one div and ID name as my ID. Okay, I'm giving the ID name as my ID. At first, I want to style this ID here, my ID, and I want to provide the height here, HEIGST height as 200 pixel, width as 300 pixel, and then background color as blue. And I just want to create here one border also. Border as 1 pixel solid red. And after creating this one div, I just want to run this code by clicking on the go live options from here. I got this one div here, and we'll start the transform property in CSS and pseudo class here. So first of all, I just want to create here this pseudo class that is my ID. And if I hover this my ID or you can see the div, then I'll use here the transform property. At first, I want to use the transform perspective. Perspective means how far we watch the 3D element. So I'm providing here 200 pixel. And after providing the perspective, I just want to use the transform another property. And that is, I just want to write here at first translate function in CSS. So I just want to provide here the wanted 10 pixel from the x-axis, 10 pixel from the y-axis, 10 pixel from the y-axis, and then the 10 pixel from the z-axis. So I just have to put here the comma. At first, I just want to write this function after this perspective. Okay, and I just want to remove the transform from here, and I just want to go into the browser. And if I hover here, nothing is happening here. At first, we have to write here the translate 3D function here because we have to provide the name as translate 3D. And if I hover here, now the size is increased here. In this way, you can use the translate 3D function. Likewise, you can type here the transform, okay, and you can provide the particular translate x, translate y, and the translate z function. So first of all, translate x, I just want to write here the 10 pixel. Then if I go to here, now press 10 pixel, it moves from the x-axis, and also I can provide here, also I can provide here the translate y function, and also I can provide here the pixel value. And if I over here, it moves the 20 pixel from the top, and also I can provide here the z-axis value. Okay, translate z. And if I provide the 20 pixel, and if I go to browser, nothing will happen here because we cannot see the z-axis here. And likewise, if I want to use here the another function, first of all, I want to write the transform, and I'll show you the rotate function here, rotate 3D. At first, I have to provide the x-axis value, y-axis value, and the z-axis value, and then I have to provide the degree. If I provide the 30 degree here, and if I go to browser, and if I over here, now this is rotate 30 degree. Likewise, I can provide the rotate function in a particular direction, like transform, and then the rotate x, I have to provide here the angle. If I provide here the 50 degree, and if I go to the browser again, and if I over here, it syncs straight here. And likewise, I want to rotate here Okay, again transform function, and then the rotate y. And if I provide here the y-axis, I want to rotate with the 60 degree. Then I just have to write here the 60 deg. And if I go to here, now this is rotate with the 60 degree. And also I can provide the z axis value. So transform and then rotate z, and I can write here the 70 degree or 60 degree. And if I go to browser, now this rotate with the 70 degree in z axis. So after that, I can also write here the scale function. So first of all, transform and then the scale. And after typing the scale 3D, we can just provide the 3 value here, like 1, 2, and 3. Okay, or whatever value we want. And if I over here, now the size is increased here. Also, you can provide the x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis value by yourself, like the scale x value, scale, this is scale y, you get scale x. If I want to increase by the 2 times, if it's width, then I can go here. And if I hover, now width is increased by 2 times. And also, if I want to copy this code and I want to change this scale x into the scale y, and if I go to here, now this width is increased. And also I want to paste again here, and if I change this x into the z, and if I hover here, nothing is happening here because you cannot see the z axis here. In this way, you can use the different types of transform function. And in CSS, so we are using the perspective one value, and this defines the how far where was the 3D element, and translate function, and then the rotate function, and then the scale function. If you get any confusion regarding this video, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you so very much.